What up, GS350JP in the house. Now, I'm going to tell you guys something. I like drinking. I don't really care about drinking. When I was in the States, I only drank like twice a year, you know. Every 6 months, I make sure I get me a drink, gin and tonic or Kahlua milk or something like that. But usually when I go to the clubs and stuff, right, I'll just drink cranberry juice. But when I was in Hawaii, though, right, I used to just drink Snapple and all that stuff. And I had a lot of, you know, Hawaii is all mixed up and stuff, you know. And white people are the minority, then maybe blacks or something like that. You know, but it's a lot of black people on the bases and stuff. A lot of white people on the base too. So, I don't know. But Hawaii, you know, white people, they get a lot of prejudice towards them a lot. You know, blacks do too, you know. And it's a trip. You guys get a chance, you know, just go out there. It's a trip. But, you know, I was out there and I was like 29 and all my friends, they were like 18, between 18 and 22 because I looked really young. And, well, a lot of them thought I was young and stuff. And anyway, when I went to Hawaii, you know, I went there because I had got divorced from my first wife. And, you know, I almost got caught up in some carjacking and stuff, and I was going to get a gun. So my mom just said, instead of getting a gun, you know, just kind of Hawaii. And I'm like, what am I going to go to Hawaii for? So anyway, I just said, okay, fine, you know, and I gave my wife, you know, ex-wife, $300 or something for child support. And I told her, bro, the next month, I'll have it. You know, I went to Hawaii, man. As soon as I got off that plane that he hit me, I was like, oh, man, that's it. I'm going back to L.A. You know, I see some kids in front of Lawson's and stuff. I said, I'm going back to L.A. and stuff, right? So, my brother was working at this one restaurant. He gave me a job there, and I was washing dishes and stuff. I think maybe I told one of these stories, I'm not sure. But anyway, you know, I just had a job real quick. I appreciated him, you know, and all that stuff. But then one day, I didn't know nothing about Waikiki until like maybe a while, maybe 9 months after I was there. You know, I finally went to Waikiki because I didn't know. I don't know, man. It's like when I was in LA, I knew all kinds of stuff. As soon as I got on that plane, it was like I left my brain in LA, you know, and common sense. And I never went to Waikiki. I didn't know nothing about it. You know, I would just go to work, after work, I'd go to the library and sit there and study all day. And after that, go to the clubs, you know, because I had these clubs in Restaurant Row, and I would do, or in Honolulu and stuff, which was right, I mean, it was in Waikiki, but actually I never went to the beach, you know, because I went to Venice Beach and all that stuff, and it was nice, you know, but I just never went to Waikiki area and stuff. I don't know why. It was right down the street too. But I was playing ball and stuff, and I met a lot of Filipino guys and Samoans, Tongans and stuff. You know, we playing ball, and you know, I was 29, so I had a lot of you know, I was just older than them. You know, I wasn't all that better, but you know, I just, you know, being wise and stuff, and I was just schooling and stuff. You know, and getting a lot of arguments with the young guys because there was this one guy who was kind of short, and this is between 93, I think it was, and 95. So if any of you guys were there, then you know, you should remember this. And there's this one guy who was kind of shy. I don't know what he was mixed with, because everybody in Hawaii, they all mixed up with everything. And but he could jump, so we always play ball every week, and he always had something smart to say, you know. And what happened? Anyway, you know, I don't know, I just somehow started meeting a lot of Filipino people. I don't know why, because I used to live in the Philippines for 3 years at Clark Air Force Base when I was in the Air Force and stuff. And I'll tell you about those stories too. But it was this one guy I ran into, I don't remember where, maybe it was at a club. I swear I don't know how we met, or maybe I met him at my job or one of his friends at my job, and then they took me out and everything. But anyway, when I was in Hawaii, I would go to the clubs and I would never drink, you know, and they would just come up and like, what you drink? I'm drinking some raspberry Snapple or pink grapefruit with mixed with whatever Snapple, and they would laugh, and they snatch it out of my hand. Here, what you drinking? And Heineken. And I would go like through like maybe 9 bottles of Heineken. You know, they would just buy me drinks all the time. I'm like, nah, it's cool. And they're like, no, don't worry, you know, because we play ball, and you know, they would ask me about different things about Philippines, and I would tell them, you know, some of them would go, some of them couldn't go. You know, they didn't go, you know, and maybe their parents knew, but I don't know. It was like we was all like one family and stuff, you know. And it was this other guy there at my job. Me and him worked together, and he was Filipino too. I'm thinking he was part of the MPA though. I'm not sure. I think he told me he was, but he was real cool, you know, and he would invite me to his house all the time, like every week, like 2-3 times a week. I'd be over there, and it was far too, going way over to their house, you know, and it was like in the Filipino area and stuff, you know, and it was a long bus ride too. I think it was over there by that Pink Hospital, on the army base where they got bombed and stuff by during the war and stuff. And so I would always go over his house and stuff. And one day I was over there, this one Filipino guy, I guess he didn't like black people or whatever. And he was always like, what you doing over here? And I'm like, man, please don't start with me. And he kept talking. I said, listen, I lived in the Philippines for 3 years. You guys are just as black as I am. Oh, no, we're not black people. I'm like, okay, what are the Negritos? I done seen them. They look just like me. Curly hair, big lips, white nose, everything except for they short. You know, they got the curly hair and everything. And I said, you came from them. You know, he's like, and it's just shutting him up. And his friend started laughing, you know, because a lot of people don't know that, you know what I'm saying? And it was just a trip, you know. And but he was cool, you know, the one guy, and his best friend too, you know. And I would just always be going over there, and their moms was cool. It was like everyone was cool, beautiful wives and stuff. But I could never really understand why they will always invite me to their house and cooking, and we never went anywhere. Just always just sat in the house, and he might show me some video games that he bought, but you know, I wasn't all into that stuff, you know. And so I just swear, even to this day, I couldn't understand it. Maybe because I was washing dishes, you know, go some more people, you know. It's summertime out here now, so everybody's going to be hanging out at the Lawson. So I'm going to go to this one Lawson's in Rico Town and see what's going on. But we worked at the same place, at that restaurant where I was washing dishes and stuff. And when him and the manager always got into, they always be fighting and stuff, you know. The whole place, man, everybody was fighting and stuff. And I would he'd be all upset. I'm like, no, chill, you know. And I calm him down and just tell him, you know, don't worry about the guy, you know, because he's just stressful and all this stuff. And he got to vent it out. I don't know why you guys keep venting on each other. You know, y'all got beautiful wives out here. Y'all need to go home and give y'all wives some massages and, you know, go jogging or call go out on a date with your wives or something, you know. And every time I would bring that up, they would all laugh, you know, and stuff like that. But I don't know, it was cool. But anyway, my younger Filipino friends, one day I was over their house, and I think they lived in these apartments. I don't know if they're projects or not, but they were real nice and stuff. And it was weird because I would go in there and I was sitting. I know I was older than everyone, but they never asked me my age, you know. And the age was never, really wasn't a factor in nothing, you know, because they came to me, you know. So I mean, like if they call, they always call me, or I would just be out and they'll just drive by and like, yo, Ralph, you know, come on, where you going? No, man, I want to go to the library. No. Why are you going to the library? Come hang out with us and blah, 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 this and blah, blah, that.